Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Hallis Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails. NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like all the shows.
Here locally in the community, make sure y'all go check out Kneecap Body by Jeremy Jones.
All right, it is the NFC North and East Power Hours. I got my buddies here. I got Michael Johnson representing the Vikings. I've got Ken Catalone, the Packer, and Bastrilla de Thrilla. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing good,
Ducky.
man.
Just Ducky.
Yeah,
We're doing all right.
so
Playoff or the preseason game ain't doing all right.
the only thing I can see, because the first game I want to talk about, seeing how Leonard's not here to talk about it, let's talk about his Giants versus the Texans and the shit show they put on the field. They lost 10-28. The only thing they won on is turnovers. 3 fumbles lost and 2 interceptions thrown. And one of those interceptions ended up being a pick 6. That was by none other than Danny Dimes. I don't want to hear any more talk about how he's better than Goff. Yeah, I know.
He threw 2 interceptions.
He threw 2 of them.
Hold on, wait. Who said he was better than Goff?
Dan Leonard.
Oh, Von Doom. Where's Von Doom, man? Oh, man, he better bring his front and center. Hell no. I'm going to cuss his ass out when he gets on here.
There's nobody here that agreed with him that Danny Dimes was better than Goff when he said it. But when he said it, I about died.
That's the most homerous ass freaking compare. Man, shut up. I have no respect for him now.
Oh, he said it's because Goff has a noodle arm. At least Daniel Jones will risk it and throw it down the field. He goes, I don't care that he gets 2 touchdowns and an interception. I said, what about when he throws 2 interceptions and no touchdown?
And one for a pick 6?
Right.
Yeah. Oh, no, he did throw a touchdown just to the wrong team.
Right. He went 1-on-1 in that one.
He's better.
But passing yards, Texans had 255. I want to see, did they put a single starter in this game for the Texans? I got to look. Okay. C.J. Stroud was in. He was 7-10 for 88, but he didn't throw a touchdown.
Yo.
Didn't have to. His defense got it for him. But Case Keenum went 7-13 for 73. Tim Boyle went 10-15 for 64 yards. That's probably his best completion percentage in his career. But, oh, yeah, the Giants got good defensive depth.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah. British Brooks, a guy I never heard of, a UDFA
Yep.
that they signed 3 years ago, had 2 of their touchdowns on the ground. There were only 2 touchdowns on the ground. I forgot. The other one was the interception.
Well, what was the
And
other
let me
one? Because they had 28 points.
Jason Pietre had that
Right, I
interception
know that.
for a
And there
touchdown,
was 2
right?
runs by the runs two by. Let me see. Oh, Michi.
Yep.
That's who it is.
In the
Michi got a
return
touchdown.
game, right?
No,
Oh,
it was
just the one
a
touchdown.
catch. Case
Oh,
Keenum threw a touchdown.
okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oof. Oof.
It was
Yeah,
a
the
good
only
game. It was a good
And
game to watch.
I know what Leonard would say when he come on here too. He'd be talking all this crap about this damn game. He'll be like, at least we beat the Lions.
right.
It's freaking preseason. Shut up.
The preseason record doesn't matter, but when somebody talks smack, I like to be able to talk smack about their team back. And this was a good one to talk about it because they were facing the Texans. The Texans played in the Hall of Fame game along with the
Oh,
Bears.
man. That's
And
why
remember
Leonard
what
did a
I
show
told
with
you in
him.
NFL history. Nobody, whether they won or lost the Hall of Fame game, has made it to the Super Bowl. So eliminate them from the playoff from Super Bowl contention now.
What up, Eric?
So does that mean we're going to run into Patrick Mahomes and get beat in the playoffs now?
And Commanders played the Dolphins. Yeah, pretty much. Uh, let's see. Tua played 5 of 5, 51 yards and a touchdown. That's pretty good. And it was 2. Ray Kraft? Ooh,
Yeah,
never heard of
well,
him.
that's preseason.
I know. Great. But that was the only touchdown scored in the entire game. So that pretty much that reviews the Commanders versus Dolphins. It was a
Riley
field
Patterson kicked a field goal.
good for
How
him.
Two of them.
Jaden
Look out.
Daniels, even though he didn't throw a touchdown, did make some wild throws in that game.
Who's that?
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. He looked good. He just wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't any type of amazing performance, but he looked good. Like Caleb, he looked good. That was it. Nothing.
Oh,
Oh, he's
thank
10
you,
for 12
everybody.
for 78 yards.
I
Not
turned
bad.
to look up stats, and there was one comment from Eric Whitson. I turned back, there's 6. I was like, whoa, great.
What's
How's
up,
it going,
Patty?
everybody? Patty, Dale, Orlando,
Dale, Orlando.
and
Chicken
Chicken
Nugget
Nugget.
King.
What's up? Now let's see what the next game in that whole plethora
Oh,
of
the
shit
titties
show.
one, huh?
Oh, the Colts. Colts beat the Cardinals. That's to be expected. Everybody beats the Cardinals at one point in the season.
Oh, Matt Prater was kicking. Oh,
Yep.
they had Tune started. That's why.
The Rams pulled it off and won the field goal kicking contest versus the Chargers.
But hey,
There were a couple.
They won that game because Stetson Bennett threw that nice ass touchdown.
Yeah.
Nice touch.
After 3 interceptions.
Well,
Right.
you gotta come back and make it look good for the end.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the interceptions if you win the game.
Well, he did it for the gram, bro. He did it for the gram.
Yeah, we're going to get to that one here shortly.
He only had one. He only had one interception.
Smoking Dad in the building. Cowboys. Cowboys beat the hell out of the Raiders. Jaguars beat the hell out of the Bucks. And right now, the Broncos are tearing the Packers back up the little butthole. I'm just saying.
No, I can't argue with that.
It's
Clifford
a-
absolutely sucked.
I saw that, DC. I was just talking about that in another chat.
Who are your backups besides Clifford? Who's the other backup?
Michael Pratt. He's actually been pretty decent, so I can't wait for the second half for him to come in, see what the hell he's going to do. but the
Oh,
backup offensive line does not look good.
Neither does your first string offensive line.
oh, stop!
I was gonna say,
It looks better than average. I am not a I'm not a homer. I don't talk shit about their offensive line because it did a good job in one game versus us last year. It just
I'm
did a
not.
bad
I'm
job
not
in
a
I was
homer.
gonna say we were
I'm not
ranked
a
number
homer.
10 for the year.
It's just simple that the Lions got the number one offensive line in the league. That's just a fact.
and yeah, I know, and they can't deny that either, and they hate it.
Well, I'm glad we had number 10 after losing Bach. I call that a win.
This is true. So yeah, the Broncos 8 of 9 for 80 yards and a touchdown, and now they're letting Jared Stidham throw on them at 3 for 5.
Yeah, the only stop that we got so far on defense was when Stidham overthrew, well, shot wide right of the guy.
So the Broncos play their starters.
Yeah.
No,
So I guess
Oh,
Bo
yeah,
Nix
they
is
did.
a starter.
I was told that the other guy was going to be starting. Now Bo Nix is the starter again.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you see
That's
who
what
was
that's
No,
what
no, I
they've
mean
been,
he's
that's what
a
they've been
starter for the
alluding,
regular season. That's what I'm
right.
asking.
yeah, that's what they've been alluding to the whole game here because they're giving you the Broncos network
Speaking
part of it.
speaking of the starters, you see the Raiders decide to start Minshew as quarterback.
Yeah, that just came out because AOC
I
had
don't
a
think
bad
that's a
game.
good idea.
I don't think so either. I think he's better if someone gets hurt and comes in a short window.
Yeah, I think I would have stuck with Aiden O'Connell on that one. And why name a starter this early unless that guy's blowing everybody out of the water? It's not like either one of the quarterbacks are doing very well. So why the hell would you? Oh, it's the Raiders.
Yep. Evening Orlando and Chicken Nugget. I'm FTP 24/7. Yes, sir. But Joseph Austin says, "Yo, Jeremy, it's good to be a Lions fan. Hello, all." Without Packer hold rule, they'd be 20, not 10. Oh, that's a good comment. I'm sorry, it is. Aaron Rodgers isn't there. They don't get that luxury anymore. They
Yeah,
actually get called
no,
for holding calls now.
yeah,
No, yeah, last year actually, I was always looking at their offensive line to see who was holding because that's what you can usually find on Green Bay half the damn time them holding. I tell you what, there wasn't no holding calls last year.
Wow.
None. They that offensive line played pretty well.
Ralph
oh yeah.
Williams goes on vacation and gives us a report. Hello, guys, from Erie, Pennsylvania. Power outage today. A truck driver hit the power grid.
Oh, good
That's
for that
awesome.
truck driver.
Feel sorry for him. Yeah, he might not have made it.
Hey,
I
Rocky
don't,
boy.
you know, I still say wide receiver 3 right now because you haven't seen him on the field in any of these games. Is Khalif Raymond. I think it's Amon Ra, Jamison Williams, Khalif Raymond, and then everybody
And
else
then whoever, yeah.
is fighting for 4, 5, and 6. We know it's on Antoine Green, who looked like he was going to make it, went out with a concussion, then they found out he had a shoulder injury. Now he's on the IR.
Hey, Orlando, DPJ finished with the third worst PFF rating grade
Right.
yesterday.
And DPJ
That's sad.
is sad. Yeah. Matt Henry is in the chat. Hello, Matt.
What up, Matt?
We're going to get into that Chicago
Go
game
Bears.
in a minute. Oh, yeah. Rawr.
Bear down.
On these nuts. No.
Oh, and anytime on my morning show someone says bear down, I give them the bear down and take it.
So,
Hey, I'm just getting ready for regular season, guys.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we're getting in troll mode.
I gotta get in my talk shit
So,
mode right now.
evidently, Rocco Lombardi didn't have a bad day, throwing for 50% for 33 yards for the Bungles. And whoever Woodside is, that UDFA, he did 17 of 21 for 153 yards, but threw 2 interceptions.
Who's that?
For the Bungles, their third stringer or second stringer, whoever it was. But let's see, who was the quarterback of the day? Oh, it was Tyson Bagent, secret Bagent man. went 7 of 8 for 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. Caleb Williams, 6 of 13. That's less than 50% by my math, right? 75 yards, 0 touchdowns, but 0 picks. Good job. And he rushed a touchdown in.
Yep.
So let's see, through
You
2
get
preseason
lucky.
games that he's played in,
Holy shit! Baghdad
less than
had
50% completion percentage. He
7
was,
to 8 for 87 yards and 2 touchdowns. Damn,
yeah,
that
he
was
had a
either no
game.
defense. Well, he was playing
But,
against the two. What was that at that time? The twos, the threes when he was playing.
so let me get this straight.
Hello,
Caleb
Brett.
Williams is less than 50% completion percentage through his 2 games that he's played in, 7 drives, 1 rushing touchdown, 5 field goals. You know what's missing?
A touchdown.
The same thing Justin Fields was missing after 7 drives in 2 preseason games when he started as a rookie.
Passing touchdown.
A passing touchdown.
Well, to be fair, Hendon Hooker doesn't have one either, does he?
Yeah, I don't. Hey, and guess what? Hendon Hooker in 4 drives has the exact same amount of rushing touchdowns as Caleb Williams. Just
So,
saying.
so Caleb Williams and Hendon Hooker are the same player.
No. No. One had a concussion and tried to throw 2 passes that looked bad into the red zone.
The other one is a concussion.
Yeah, no, it is a concussion waiting to
So
happen.
Suckfield still has more TDs than Caleb.
Yes. There we go.
Yep, that's a Band-Aid. That's Stephon Gilmore signing. That's a
Yep, I have
Band-Aid. That'll
just as
help you out
many
a little
NFL
bit.
touchdowns thrown as Caleb Williams.
That's not a Band-Aid. Fuck, what's wrong with you?
Okay.
He's going to be there for 1 year.
Yeah,
They'll sign up.
It's a
Band-Aid.
It's a Band-Aid. It's a bridge player Band-Aid to fill a hole because your hole was so big it had a grave in it. I'm just saying.
Now, that was a good one. That was.
I'm not wrong.
Even had a Packers fan laughing. That was good.
Oh, that was awesome.
I mean, we got
Mike.
we got him for 1 year, $7 million with a max of 10. So that's a no brainer.
I tell you what, he's a better grab than Patrick Peterson was when you guys got him.
Frank says no, Hendon doesn't get high on acetone.
Yeah, $10 million Band-Aid. Well, hey,
It's
$7 million.
$7 to $10
$7
million Band-Aid.
Yeah, 10 is max if he meets his incentives.
But I'm going to.
I wonder how high his incentives are.
I want to get deep into this because Packer fans
You got to pick off every damn pass.
Packer fans know exactly where I'm going with this. +2, kiddo. About the Vikings comment. But Caleb Williams, the crossbody throw that they're raving about, that they're lucky that Roma Dunze turned around and seen to take it away from the defender that was in proper coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Listen what I'm saying here. He was playing a backup CB, and he turned around and plucked it away from him. Great job by Roma Dunze, 100%. But the throw itself, cross-body, jumping off the ground.
Talk about the cross behind Mike.
Crossbody jumping off the ground. Let's see. Let's think about the last 2 quarterbacks in the playoffs who did that and the end result of those games. Oh, that was Jordan Love versus San Francisco. And then in the AFC Championship, that was Lamar Jackson versus the Chiefs. Both of them sealed the deal. Oh, I know what it was, Brent. When you say acetone, I know what fingernail remover and acetone and everything else. Acetone is used for more than just fingernail remover, by the way. It's also good for aluminum rims for removing old brake dust.
Meth.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
I know that's where you were going. Hey, you guys are just awful. Awful. But it's
Yep.
funny.
Hey,
Y'all roasting
you
in
watch
front
too
of
much.
Jesus right
You
now.
watch too much Breaking Bad. That's what happens.
Hey, you know what?
Listen here,
Jesus
Jesse.
does forgive us of our sins. So all I gotta do is say a little prayer when I get off here, and I'm good with him.
Hey, do you want me to do it for you?
No, that's okay. I'd rather sin right in front of him than behind his back.
Yep.
I think Paul Hornigan and Freddie Kemper did jump passes.
I'm just saying. While everybody was going, "Oh wow, look at this throw," I'm like going, "Holy shit, he's lucky it got there." That was my thought.
I think he went and had a practice session with Brett Favre.
Oh, there's a dig.
Did they go to the dark place?
I never seen Tom Brady make a pass like that in his career, and Bears fans are saying, "Caleb's working out with Tom Brady. He's going to be the best quarterback ever."
I mean, Jimmy G used to work out with Brady too. I don't think
Right.
that worked out too well.
There's quite a few other backup quarterbacks. Brissett.
Brissett, Matt Castle, Jared
Boo.
Stidham.
He knows how to train you to be a decent backup.
Right.
He's not training you to take his job.
You can't beat Tom Brady anyway.
I'm just
That's like
trying.
Michael Jordan trying to train one of us to be Michael Jordan. Hey,
I mean,
we ain't cut like that.
I mean, for Christ's sakes, I can buy a swimsuit edition from Sports Illustrated. Doesn't mean I'm going to sleep with Giselle. So
Right.
So they had
If you
with their
teach jiu-jitsu, you got a shot.
in that game versus the Bungles with their 78% blitz rate, they had 2 sacks, one by cornerback Kyler Gordon, and the other one by Harper, if I read that right.
Wasn't Kyler Gordon an ex Chicago Bear corner?
He's back with them. And then Daniel Hardy was the other one.
No, I'm talking.
And that Daniel Hardy
Chicago?
was kind of impressive. Yeah, Chicago. I'm still talking about that. Rumors flying again. Speaking of, yeah, I don't believe any of it.
hey,
People
Jeremy,
rumors,
I will
Oh,
say
yeah,
though,
they do fly.
47-year-old Nick Mullins had a better, game than Caleb Williams did as well. So
This is back.
I mean, regardless what everybody's PFF grade was or how they did in preseason so far, it's still preseason. Damn it!
Smoking Dad is on fire. Seems like Jimmy G String always manages to get mentioned. Hey, I did find out why he put out that interview where he was so mad at the Oakland Raiders because he just found out his lifetime membership that he got for free from the Bunny Ranch was declined.
I mean, if I was him, I'd be pretty pissed about that too.
Hey,
I
DC,
get
that's
it.
Giselle with a G.
Yeah, yep. You got to be a karate instructor to land Giselle these days. I still love what Nicole Glazer said about that. Wow, you can't even go to your ex's house because you might get your ass kicked by your new boyfriend. Oh, that was great. But other than that, they had this pesky team called the Vikings that had a really good game and they won.
Orlando, the Raiders can use any quarterback right now. I think we all should go try out.
But keep it up, guys. Bears and Vikings have your undefeated preseason because then you guys really do get the battle for third and fourth in the division.
it's the only goddamn thing I get to look forward this year, Jeremy. So leave me be for like another game.
I leave Mike alone. So are they gonna once they signed Gilmore? Are they gonna have him play in the last preseason?
I don't think so.
I think they're just going to give him the 2 weeks to get acclimated with the roster and then go in the regular season.
Yeah. No, knowing our luck, he'll tear an Achilles or something.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Fred,
Don't say that.
I can stand in the garage. It doesn't make me a car, lol.
Positive energy, Mike. Positive energy.
I lost my positive energy with the first, out for the season with the Vikings. And then I tried to regain it and I lost it again with the second and then the third and then the fourth and now we're on the fifth. So fuck that positive energy.
Here's the way it goes. We got the news about Kyrie Jackson, and everybody was devastated,
That's
whether a
one.
Vikings fan or not, on that story. Then Mekhi Blackman becomes the feel-good
Two.
story and starts to look good. And 2 days after his wake, he blows out an ACL. Then the next guy, a guy we never heard of, a UDFA, starts to step up and look like he could be the CB2. Oops, there goes his ACL. And then you got the defensive tackle, Jerry Tillery. ACL.
Then
Last
JJ
but not
McCarthy.
least, they go in to clean up the
JJ
meniscus
McCarthy.
and find the ACL tear and said, we might as well repair this. You're done for the season, son.
I mean, that it's a bad thing that he's going to be out for the year, but at the same time, it's kind of not as bad as the other ones on defense because they still have they're starting they weren't going to start him anyway.
No.
So it's just for backup purposes. So I mean, let JJ get rested, get healthy, and look at plays and stuff like that. Be ready for next season.
Yeah, I mean, but after that first game, there was speculation that he was going to push, for that starting spot just because of how good he looked. Even if it was against third, he was, third string, he was making good decisions. He was throwing the ball accurately down the field. And it's just the Vikings curse. I mean, I'm 49 years old and I've been saying this shit forever. And it's just somebody needs to go in with some holy water, some sage, something. We've got to figure this out. It's just horrible right now.
Hey, people saying Will Harris looking pretty good for the Saints. He had 2 tackles. He's had no interceptions. I don't believe it. But Taysom Hill is earning his $100 million contract by rushing in a touchdown. Derek Carr went 7 of 9 for 47, and Spencer Rattler so far is 3 for 3 for 18.
Spencer Rattler. That's a good quarterback, man.
Wait, let's see. That's 10 of 12 for a total of 65 yards.
Jay Moody had kicked 2 field goals. Look at that.
Yeah, Jake Moody kicked 2 field goals. Not as many as Mr. Jake Masturbate.
Well, so far.
But it's still the first half. Right.
Yeah.
Manning and Jeff Daniels lifted our curse. That was a great episode of Manning's Places. Did you see that one, Ken?
Oh, Rattler was 3 for 3.
That was hilarious. I'm sorry when he goes, well, first we need 100 cups of water, and Jeff Daniels goes, that don't smell like water. He goes, that's because it's whiskey, the way Bobby Lane would have wanted it.
Damn right.
I still love this answer when he goes, well, why didn't I miss Will Harris like you miss a hemorrhoid?
Yeah, we miss Will Harris like we miss Jamil. Yeah, we miss him. Yeah,
just like we miss Benito Jones.
Yeah,
but
well, at least Jamil Williams has got somebody to talk to over there.
Right,
Will Harris. What's up, man? I remember you.
Speaking of
you
Jamal,
suck too.
Hey, Jamal Williams, speaking of him, he's 5 carries with 32 yards, 6.4 average, and no touchdown. Hallelujah.
I was going to say, I do like Jamal Williams.
Oh, I like this character. Don't get me wrong. I loved him.
Yeah, character wise, yeah.
He always had that infectious energy that he was going to be the guy to juice your team up. It's just he was average to above average running back.
Yeah, but they're about ready to go into halftime, and 49ers are on the goal line, so they're probably going to kick the field goal here to take the lead with 18 seconds left.
It's okay. Green Bay's at halftime, and maybe they'll come out and actually play for the second half because they
Throw
didn't show
another
up for the
touchdown
first.
on you? Oh no, that was who got the other touchdown? Oh, did we throw a pick six or something? What happened?
What are you talking about?
They got a touchdown on us. Pretty sure it
Oh,
was Stidham.
yeah, Jared Stidham did the exact same thing that Hendon Hooker did to the Chiefs. 9-yard touchdown run. Oof. So at halftime, it's 17-0 Broncos.
Damn.
All right. All I got to say is somebody on the third string has to step up in the second half, or it's going to be a bad game. And Dobbs is dropping some dimes.
Of course he is. He's the pastronaut.
I like Jamal. He has my handicap. Oh. That being said, now we can talk about the other game. We did enough bashing of the Bears. Vikings had a great game. They had a very nice game versus a team that's supposed to be deep in a Super Bowl contender out of the AFC North. You guys can say what you want that it's preseason, but their depth beat their depth, so that's a good thing. It gives you a little more hope as a Vikings fan, is what I'm getting at.
I'm going to hang on for
one
another
thing.
week, Jeremy. I'm hanging on for another week.
It just proved that Brian Flores is a better defensive coach than a lot of people like to give him credit for.
Oh, he's a genius as a defensive coordinator. There ain't no doubt about it.
Dwight McLaughlin.
But I don't know. I mean, the Vikings had the opportunity to pick up a good, second number 2 quarterback, and who they pick up from the what was his name?
Peter Lemongello, I mean.
It was some off the wall quarterback that played in the XFL or something like that last year.
Yeah. Matt Corral.
Corral, yeah.
Lewis Seen had a hell of a game, didn't he?
Yeah,
Had a sack, an interception. Damn. He was
14,
5.
And a forced fumble.
Well, they told the dude you're on the cutting block. You might not make it back into the locker room.
Somebody said he had a forced fumble or a fumble recovery or something.
No, he didn't have it. That was D. Shelley that had a forced fumble made. Yep, nobody got it. It wasn't recovered.
And he could have.
Your secondary did pretty good. Your secondary they gave up a lot of yards passing, but they didn't give up any touchdowns. And right. Huntley threw 2 interceptions, and DTR threw an interception. So obviously, the defense is doing something right as far as the back end is concerned.
Did you see the play there where the Vikings player took Huntley's head right off?
Yeah,
that was one hell of a head.
Asamoah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He hit him so hard his mama called in.
No, say it right. He hit him so hard his grandchildren would come out stupid. We've all seen those. Who played the first half for QB for Green Bay? The second and third stringers just came in before the half. No Zach Zenner this year, usually preseason darling, but everybody looks crappy.
Yeah, Green Bay's played their number 2s pretty much the whole first half. And now
the very end.
Yeah, the last 30 seconds we sprinkled in the 3s.
See who they got. See who San Francisco. They got a touchdown, huh?
But I was going to say, Dwight McGlothern is the guy, if I was a Vikings fan, that I'd be mad at. He's on his way to a pick six, and about 10 yards out, he started celebrating and got tackled.
Big dummy.
Exactly. Big dummy.
Yeah, but you know, he was watching early '90s highlights of Nate Newton, and that's what happened. So
Oh, Tracy Walker played.
Yeah.
See who else played. Tracy Walker. They have another Lion on this team too.
And I haven't even had a chance to really boast about it
Is he not playing?
on this on this on this show. You know, we are Lions fans, Brian and I, Mr. Bistrilla. We had the kicker day. What we wanted to see out of Jake Bates outside. We had what we wanted to see. A long of 55, a game winner at 42, and sprinkle a couple other in between. He went.
I have to agree with that, Keith.
Say what?
He said Dobbs ran in. Vikings should have kept him. I think they should have kept him too. They just revamped that whole quarterback room, kind of like what Pittsburgh did.
Right. Yeah, Baki looks a lot better than almost everybody in that backup running back room right now. RXJ Troy. Yeah, I've been saying it for
What's up,
2 years
RXJ?
now, and this year I actually mean it. It might be time for the Lions to cancel their subscription to Netflix. And Lions fans know who that is, but everybody else doesn't know. More than likely, that's Craig Reynolds, guys. That's his nickname is Netflix.
No, they're not getting rid of that. Craig Reynolds has been doing an awesome job. DC said he's far and away separated himself from everybody else, except Vaki is the only one that's doing anything in the running back. So Vaki, you're not going to see Jamar anymore. You're not going to see him. You're not going to see Jake. You ain't going to see Jake Funk.
Oh, Jake Funk. I'm sorry, but if your quarterback is in the shotgun and you're to the right of him and the snap is high and you see it, you're supposed to react and get out of the way of his arm coming down with the football. Everybody's trying to blame
he's not making a roster.
Right. Jake Funk got funky, and he fumbled one himself near the red zone, too.
Yeah, I wanted to see what Vaki did because they did put him in against ones in the defense. He was okay. He didn't do very well, but I expected him not to do well against the first defense. This is the reason why Craig's going to keep his job. But after the twos came in and everything, he was busting the ass. But he couldn't do nothing against that starting defense. He had like a couple good games, but it wasn't that great of a game. He did everything.
Craig Reynolds left the game with a shoulder injury.
No, Greg's good.
Hey, fellas, I have to cut this short tonight. I've got a sick wife that just texted me and asked me if I could help her. So,
hey,
not doing
thank you for joining us. We did talk about Stephon Gilmore.
Well, hope she gets better, man.
Appreciate it.
Get her better.
Yeah. So y'all have a great night. Thanks for having me. We'll see you Wednesday.
All right, Mike.
All right. Good night, guys.
The UDFAs that surprised me the most: Isaac Williams, Isaac Ukwu. I mean, there really wasn't a lot out there. Kendall Vildor made a couple plays. Josh Pascal was struggling against their ones and did something against their threes later on in the game. He got a big sack when we needed it. Martin was in there good, taking up the double teams to free up the other guys.
Well, you got Isaiah Williams. Zonovan Knight. Now, that might be a guy. Zonovan Knight had a good game, too.
Yep.
Actually, he had a higher PFF grade than Vaki did. So, but Zonovan Knight he's been playing pretty good last couple of games. I've noticed he's been doing really well. Isaiah Williams has been another guy that's been doing really good last 2 games. I wish he would learn how to freaking do stuff on kick returns better. Jesus Christ.
Fucking Orlando. Oh, Jesus.
I can talk about VD titties now?
VD titties now. He's not
Mike
like
Levin didn't. Mike Levin didn't have to worry about all that.
Matthew Betts had a good game on defense.
Uh-huh. But
Tom
you know what
Brady,
though? He was a bottom two. He was him and Oku were both at a low PFF grade too.
and I don't get that because I didn't see that on the field,
Yeah, they got a 40.9. Josh Pascal actually got a 78.7,
and I don't get how he got it.
and Abraham
Both high,
Buplon
both
and Ben
high.
Newman both had high ones too,
Yeah,
and Lawrence Strickland at safety. DC was talking about him too.
yeah, he
That
looked pretty
Strickland
good.
kid. Hmm.
C.J. Moore, you didn't really hear much about,
He got a 47. Yeah, he wasn't doing shit.
but I don't understand how they had Uku and Betts rated so low. Yeah, same here. I'm surprised Broski Bear isn't in here too.
Oh
I know he
Lord,
gets the notifications now. We're at 498 subs. 2 to go, people. 2 to go, and we'll be doing our giveaway.
let's do it.
Get her done before tomorrow.
Get it. If you got a friend of a friend, just go ahead and have them subscribe to this because I know most of you guys that are in the chat subscribe. So
Hey, and just put it this
go
way: if
ahead.
it's for kids, subscribe them, but turn off the notifications. They'll never know.
The Tigers just tied it up at the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, with 2 outs left.
Yep. Chase Jung. They just bring him up. They just
Yep,
brung him
just
up.
brought him up 2 days ago.
Damn. Tom Brady in a TV booth. Are they out? How are they looking now, Cam?
Oh, we just kicked off to start the second half.
Oh, you
Okay,
kicked
so,
off to them. They get
Denver's
small.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that might suck even more.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys should be on your thirds now, so somebody
Well,
will
yeah,
pick it
that
up.
means Josh Dobbs is staying in there.
Surprise, Broski Bears in here. Yeah. Yeah, Isaiah Williams did look pretty good.
Where's
You giving away tires?
Dom's been a little busy lately. He doesn't always answer. I send him the emails. He doesn't always come on. Are you giving away tires as the giveaway? No. But I am going to give a Smoking Jeremy B polo with whatever paraphernalia that Dan Leonard's going to do. I got 8 of them. I think I can afford to give one away. I got a couple. I haven't even opened the package yet.
That's pretty cool.
I like to give away the tires, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We should do
I
that.
had to get permission from the owner to do that, and that I don't think he's ready to lose out on $200 worth of sales for a giveaway. It would
Well,
have
I
to be
mean, you
something big.
are
It'd have to be something big.
you're sponsoring it, so you're
Yeah.
sponsoring it, the shop. So I
That
think
he's-
sometimes they got to give a little bit to get more.
I'll talk to him a little later, especially if the Lions are doing good. Maybe.
Oh, that's right. You're the guys at Jackass, isn't he?
One of the managers is, but
One of the managers.
great.
The manager is. That's right.
Yeah, but I deal with the owner on this stuff.
Coolness, man. Damn it! The Yankees scored.
Oh, is it the top of the 10th now?
Yeah.
Wow, I even tried to spell it for my nickname for the
Oh,
Yankees.
we finally got a sack.
Oh, yay! Who'd you kill? Josh Dobbs?
Stidham.
It was Bretton Cox Jr. that hit Stidham.
Yeah.
And I mean, got every piece of them.
But overall, it was a good game. Suckfelt started out rough, but got it together after they took the starters out when he could finally relax.
Mhm.
That Stephen Gilmore. He's probably our lowest rated defensive player after missing that tackle on Xavier Worthy.
That wasn't his fault. That
Oh,
was
no,
a safety. That was a safety that screwed that up. Because he
it's
had
still
he had the safety over the top. The safety was supposed to make that play. That's the reason why Gilly undercut him like that. But I'd give it to Gilmore. He ran his ass down, although it was in the end zone by the time he got there. But he still ran him down. Nobody else did that, and he came way back from where everybody else was.
right. I
But
get
yeah,
it.
that was a safety problem there.
Yeah,
And then they couldn't tackle worth a damn. I was like, they missed
that's
about
why
3
CJ
tackles.
Moore. That's why CJ Moore was way down there. He was the safety doing the backup.
CJ sucks anyway. He's just a
I know.
special teamer. He's a special teamer.
Oh my God.
What?
Like 3 missed tackles in a row.
Damn. Come
On the
on. Get it
Terrible.
together, guys.
On a running back or a wide receiver?
Wide receiver.
Oh God.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.
Is that Humphrey?
That was
That was Humphrey.
terrible.
No, the receiver was
Yep.
Humphrey.
And one guy had 2 opportunities to tackle him, and he had 2 missed tackles. Um,
I think backups are way better than Green Bay.
We were discussing that, and prior to with the way that our backup played against the
Hooker
Chiefs
might be.
overall. Oh, and a strikeout. Tigers are coming up down 1.
I mean, I would take Clifford over Sudfeld and fucking other dude any day of the week.
I don't know about that. I got Clifford. Trust me, it's not good.
No, dude. You want to have Suckfeld instead? You can have Suckfeld. We'll take Clifford.
Intercepted.
Yeah. All right, there you go. Who picked it?
I'm waiting to see the number he's covered. It was a linebacker.
Oh, the rookie.
No. This was the
Rolling
third.
it back on you, are they?
Let's see.
Intercepted by K. Welch. Yep,
Yeah.
linebacker. 65 with the assist on the tackle.
26
It was
years of
intended
age,
for
so he's
millions.
a second or third year UDFA.
What's that?
Christian Welch is the name.
Oh, yeah, Christian Welch. Yeah, they were trying to throw it to Mims.
It's nice to see something happen.
Let's be honest about it. Certain ones of our position groups are way better than the backups at Green Bay, and they've got certain positions where they have better backups. Let's be honest about it.
Our safety backups are awesome. Our corner backups are great. Our linebacker backups, yeah. Defensive line, a lot of our backups I think could start, but that linebacker backup is a major hole. We gotta hope that these rookies that we drafted for
And your
linebacker,
string O line isn't looking too hot.
yeah. Oh God, no. The second string O line looks terrible.
Ours didn't play very well the first game either.
Oh, so we are now at $4.99. One more to go. Make it happen. Go grab
Somebody out there heard me. Come on. I just subscribed with my back. All right, Keto. There you go, buddy. Tell somebody. Get somebody on
that
there.
means I'll be
Get that
doing the
last one.
randomizer on tomorrow morning show at noon. The reason why Dan Leonard couldn't be here is he takes the orders from these retailers in his region. and they have delivery drivers supposed to go and put the stock out like every other store you see the Pepsi guy go to. Well, he left the shelves empty and didn't put out the stock when he delivered yesterday, or today. So Dan Leonard has to go stock the shelves because he's the one that sold everything.
Oops.
With
Pull
a
a
torn
giant.
rotator cuff and a partially torn labrum.
He pulled a giant.
I will say it has been a pleasure since I joined Huddle Sports Network, meeting guys like Ken and a few of the others that I've had as guests. This has been so far the best experience I've had in a network.
Oh, I'm glad we could make it.
Fantastic. I'll have 500 by tomorrow.
There you go.
That's what we're talking about. Because then the next goal is to have 1,000 by the end of the season. Because my original goal, because we just hit 250 just before the draft, the very first time I had D on here before I did the draft stuff and all that stuff, we were around 250. And I said, man, if we could get to 400 before the preseason was over, I'll be impressed. The fans impressed me more than that. Because here I am hitting 500. That's where you start getting in that consideration by YouTube for stuff. I never did this to get paid, but that's the goal of every podcaster eventually,
Yep.
especially when you're getting closer to my age, and he knows what I'm talking about. Once you get to your mid 50s, you got to start looking for a better income than the one you got because you don't want to have to bust your ass and break your body to do it anymore.
Well, I'm not exactly doing that now, but I have a pretty good job actually. But I kind of want to, this is something I want to do just to get, some kind of recognition for people that it's 2-2 Tigers. Okay, let's do this.
Let's go.
And I got a man on second.
All right, let's go. Let's get it.
Hey there, JB. I think you might have hit 500.
You did one? You got five? You put one up there, brother?
500 subs. Let's go. That had to be my brother from another mother and team, Ken Catalone, right there. For the
That it was.
Thank you, Tito. I try to be the realistic guy. We try to talk about a little bit of everything, but right now we're trying to see if we can pull off a 2-2 in this series with the Yankees. I mean the Yankees.
Spank you very much. Yeah, we got to get the rubber game.
Well, luckily we signed Jake from State Farm. Hopefully we see him in the next game instead of Suckfeld, because I think Hendon Hooker just supplanted Suckfeld as the 2.
Tigers win!
Yes! Yes!
Fuck the Yankees.
Down go the Yankees. I love it.
Hey, I live in New York, remember?
I know. You could have been a Mets fan.
So sorry.
No, oh God, no. Oh. I don't even really like baseball, and there ain't no way in hell I'd be a Mets fan.
Parker Meadows, the guy again. All right, good job, Tigers. You still suck, but at least you're making things. They're 60 and 64. I don't care what Mike says. Tigers don't stink. They play a lot. They're playing a lot better than they played last year. That's for sure.
How many strikeouts did Scooble have? He had 5 through 6 innings. Ken, make sure you play Homer in fantasy draft.
Matt, we're going to make sure that you get A.J. Dillon with your first round pick.
The only players that people want from Chicago anyway are their wide receivers and maybe their tight end. They don't want nobody else. They want Caleb. They don't want Swift.
This requires a celebration, and Ken's gonna hate it. He may want to mute his computer. 500 subs. You know what that means? I
What's
gotta
that?
sing the Lions fight song.
Oh,
Oh, the fight
I
song.
thought it was going to be the other one.
Oh no, that's
The
in a
fuck the
little while.
Packer ones? Yeah, that's at the end of the show.
I got new
You
screenshots.
gotta
For
put your, you gotta shut off the TV for that one.
Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield. And when the two blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Rah, 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 go hard, win this game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions!
You know, I don't want to be a hater, and you did a great job, JB. It was not you. We need to change that damn song.
Oh, I get it.
We do. It's just it's what's the word can I use for it? Too old, sissified. I don't even know what the name. I mean,
Well,
it makes you remind you of all the sucky ass Lions teams. We need a new song.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like
it
that blow
seems-
pack blow song.
Now you will get it.
Yeah. Come on, that was funny, and you know it though.
Hey,
Hell, I'll
what's
take
our
that
all-time
song.
record against each other?
Hey, don't care. What's it been over the last 5 years, 6 years, 10 years,
Yeah,
500?
that don't count. That's the sucky ass
500.
Lions. That's the sucky
500.
Lions.
That's what we've been
You
for
can
like the
have that.
last 10 years. We have gone back and forth. The one year you'll sweep us, and then the next year we sweep you, and then the next
Yeah,
year it's split.
I'll give you guys that because for a while of Rogers' career, he was just dog walking you guys like you were standing still.
His first 4 years. His first 4 years, it was 8 straight by the Packers. I'm not gonna lie. But
Of course,
what
one of
happened?
those years,
But
one of
guess
those
what
years he
happened one of
won.
those
Wasn't
won
it
on
like
a-
fucking 19 home games in a row or something? We beat you.
Yeah, and then we were winning
Yeah,
exactly
your home games. Yeah,
Yeah.
15 and 19. We won 15 of the 19 home games. The first 4 that you had Aaron Rodgers, you swept them. I'm realistic about my stats. You know that. I don't bullshit.
Uh-huh.
And then all of a sudden, it was like neither one of us could win in the other person's house.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't matter what day of the year it was or anything. And then the one year when you would win here, we'd play you late and beat you at home and make your ranking not be as good in the playoff. Like a kid just look away.
No, I was watching it in TV because the screen had changed. But there's sometimes I wish you would have beat us one more time so we wouldn't have had the damn bye and came out flat for the playoff game.
Oh yeah, instead of splitting with you, just go ahead and sweep you.
I mean,
I would have gave it to you if we would have been able to continue to play.
It's really not. I mean, it might be a stretch, but it's really not that bad. 106 to 76. That's not too bad. I mean, 30 wins in between us. That's not too bad.
No,
I can
because
live with that.
remember, it's worse for another team in the division.
Who,
Do I
Chicago?
go there? Oh yeah, we know
Chicago?
they're 69 and something. But they got a few more ties in there
But
than we.
Well, yeah, because they played longer than we have, too.
The
Chicago's
sad
played
thing
longer
is
than
with Chicago, they originally started out by the time Brett Favre had started, they were so far ahead of us in wins that there should have been no way in hell we could have ever caught them. And we completely bypassed them last year.
Right. But here's one that you'll love because I got 2 of them now. We got 2 non-paying sponsors. Since they talk so much shit, it's fuck the Bears.
I can get behind that one.
And then of course our usual, but it looks a little better now. Fuck the bag. FTP. Put them in the chat. FDB, FTP, and FSKOL because you know what? As long as the Vikings get to a Super Bowl, you know they're going to lose it.
Yeah, I give you that one.
I sit there. It goes,
Man, hold on, Could you imagine if it's the Vikings and Bills in the Super Bowl? Which team loses?
It'll end up a tie in
Tie.
perpetual.
It'll be the Super Bowl game that goes on for eternity.
It'll last all the way through President's Day.
Till next season.
Right. And as Josh Allen,
Well, it's August
retirement,
2025, and we still haven't had a final score from the Buffalo-Minnesota game.
They're just bouncing between the 40s, throwing interceptions.
3-3 with 118 overtimes.
Yeah. Minnesota and Buffalo are calling people off the street to play now.
And they have to give them a 3-day training period. So we're going to take a long commercial break and let you enjoy some local.
No, they don't get no commercial, but they just get in between periods.
Yeah, no, just going to be constant cycling.
Yeah.
And a whole
Hey, can you throw? Okay, come on, man.
Josh Allen retires halfway through the 99th time.
Everybody retired by that time.
JJ McCarthy's fully healthy to come back in time.
Buffalo and Minnesota are calling anybody that's still alive that played for the organization back in the day to come help.
O.J. Simpson's out there running the ball.
He can't run the ball. He's pretty much dead.
I got it. Paul Cross comes out.
Paul Cross is. Yeah,
Twitter.
that'd be great if it was a Thriller video.
I mean, he already walked like a zombie before he died.
There you
go. What about Lions-Browns Super Bowl? The Lions would win because the last time the Browns got there, they shit the bed. Was the Chiefs broadcast the worst coverage ever? Interview the Chiefs through the Lions' great drives, then chop up nail-biting inning? Yes.
Well, David, that was because it was an NFL network when they did it. It was the Chiefs broadcasting people. Yeah, they pretty much didn't even. It's kind of like the Giants one too. The Giants didn't even recognize the Lions players on there, neither did the Chiefs. So
screw it.
It's all right.
Screw it, because I want this streaming service to see that I talk about them. NFLHD.TV, $99 a year or $9.99 a month. No blackouts. Don't have to worry about it. You just click on the live game link, and it doesn't matter what the network does. You see the whole game.
And that's an app, right?
It's a website. Yep. And I cast it through my PS4 or my X, whatever you want. You can cast it to your TV. But there's no limitation to location because it's an off-U.S. island site. And it's not
kind of like when you go on cruises and stuff. When you go past international waters,
and then
anything goes.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
It's after rules.
They're from somewhere down in the Bahamas, but it's all legal. They're all licensed, and they can run it as cheap or as expensive as they want. I've been using it for over 3 years. It first started at $79, and it's finally gone up last year to $100, and they didn't raise it yet. So
It'll get there.
Oh yeah, but what I like about it, you don't get just every NFL live game. You get every MLB game, every NHL game, every MLB game, every NHL. You get all 5 of those, plus you get every single sports channel, plus history, A&E, USA Network, TBS, TNT, anywhere where they play sports, USA Network, and the Weather Channel, so you can check out what the weather's supposed to be like when you're getting ready to play a team outside on the road.
Do you get UFC fights with it too?
I haven't tried because I'm normally live during most of that shit. But I'm quite sure it's got a link on there because it has all the FS1s, Bally's, all that shit on there. It's even got a UFC channel, so.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out then.
Yeah.
All I know is
he sent me the link, so I'm.
It's the best deal I've ever seen in streaming services for sport.
What's the video quality like?
4K.
Really? Holy.
It's either
Oh,
1080p
Really?
or 4K on every stream. So, like, if the main stream that does the network
mm-hmm.
streams it in 4K, it comes in on 4K in the stream.
Oh, no shit.
So if it's NFL Network, see Monday Night Football, which is ESPN, for the main guys, that's all 4K. Because you notice Fox never looks as good as ESPN or NFL Network. Same with CBS or
Because
NBC.
it's Fox.
It's because they go 1080p.
That's because it's Fox.
What I do like about baseball, if let's say you are a Yankees fan, if you wanted to hear your announcers, you click the fact you're away, you hear your local announcers talking about the game. It's the same
Yeah,
with basketball and baseball. I wish they did it with football
yeah, that'd be nice.
because I would much rather listen to Dan and Lomas Brown than most of the TV announcers across the league.
Michael Pratt just fumbled the ball away to the Broncos.
Oh, great.
Oh, this is not going to be good for you.
This is not.
Freaking a-hole.
You got one job. Hold on to the ball.
Right.
What it was is he was trying to get cute to avoid a sack. Dude,
Sure.
it's preseason. I don't care that it's third down. Just take the sack. Who
Ooh.
cares?
Michael Pratt is not better than Sean Clifford. He is 1 for 4 for negative yards.
Well, to be fair, a couple guys have dropped his passes.
Whew.
So I will give him that.
But Sean Clifford and Michael Pratt literally have your best average per carry right now.
That makes me feel great.
Sean Clifford with 1 11-yard run and Michael Pratt with 1 7-yard run. Wilson has had 9 carries for 20 yards at 2.2 yards per carry. Merriweather had 6 for 16 for 2.7. Oof.
Yeah, Wilson doesn't look bad. He's definitely your third running back type of guy. Maybe if he can somehow pull it together with running behind the first string offensive line, he could fight for it too, but I see him as a third.
Brenton Cox was the guy you guys drafted last year in day 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was either a late round pick or undrafted free agent, but he's been outstanding.
Zach Wilson in the game. Oh, God help the Broncos. He learned from Sam Darnold, I see ghosts.
I really need him to play like he is playing like that.
Sweet.
Throwing to empty spaces in
Wow.
the field.
That was awful. He just started running around in the pocket for no reason, threw the ball, and threw it into the ground.
Yeah, he's 0 for 2 right now, according to what it says on the Google thing.
That's awful.
Oh.
Bo Nix looks great. Zach Wilson looks like this is his last year in the league.
Who does?
Freaking
Wilson?
Zach Wilson, yeah. He
Zach
does.
Wilson is
He doesn't look good at all. Which is messed up, as the kid had a lot of talent coming in.
Man, and
He's too busy chasing cougars.
May looked just as slow as he did in his combine. He had 2 carries for 1 yard. Great job.
Yeah, that's what I'm surprised of, because I thought that he was going to be a decent running back. I actually wanted
There's Broski Bear. It only took him an hour to show up. Is Vaki the third string running back now? I think they're still going with Craig Reynolds, but I personally feel like he's the third string running back from what I've seen, because I just haven't seen at practice or on the field yet that Reynolds looked that great. That's just me.
So DC said that he's up there. So I'm going with Dan says.
I know. I'm just going with what the eye test says. The eye test told me Craig Reynolds has been shapoo-poo.
Maybe they figured Craig doesn't need to do all that. But Vaki did not look good against the number ones on the defense for Kansas City. He was okay. He got some game, but they were killing him. He didn't get those. He didn't have that burst like he did in the second and the third strings. That's when later in the game.
Is that all him, or was that partially because the O line weren't able to block people before they got to him?
Well, maybe it's a little bit of both, or it could have been the fact. Well, they did a very fine job in the second and the third against the second and the third. So
Pascal had a couple of stops in the run game early, but he had a big
Houston didn't do jack shit either.
And Houston was non-existent. You might as well have put a frog out there on a log on the sideline, and it might have did more on accident.
He said a frog. Hell no.
Yes, I did. I went there. Houston doesn't have that bend. He doesn't have that get off anymore. He does not look like the same player, and I think that ankle injury.
I kept trying to tell people this. I tried to tell what's his face that too. He's like, well,
Mark Orem.
Mark Orem.
Yeah.
I told Mark. I said, Mark, man, you can't. He went to linebacker because when they did play him at the beginning, when he came back off his injury, he didn't have that get up off the outside. That's why they put him at linebacker. They figured they could hook him up or whatever. He didn't do well there either. And they're going to put him back at that defensive end, and he didn't do nothing. Although they did list him as a linebacker in the game,
right?
When I saw the thing, but that if he's not doing anything, even at the linebacker spot, even if he was playing linebacker, which he wasn't, I saw him play defensive end a couple of times, but because I was looking for him, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do a damn thing.
Also have former Lion fullback Michael Burton on the team.
Oh yeah. Well, I thought didn't Minnesota have Michael Burton?
Michael
Minnesota.
Burton?
Yeah.
No, he went to Chicago for a minute. If I remember right. Let me look him up. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh. Nope, he's been to Denver, KC, Washington, Chicago, and Detroit. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. He played for the Saints. I know I've seen him somewhere else, though. I know it wasn't just Chicago, but I know I've seen him somewhere else. Man, that dude had so much promise, too. That was another guy that was decent, and then he
really
just slapped off.
2 years here.
Yeah.
Really decent. Oh, so they went up by another field goal, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Saints and the 49ers game has became interesting. It's 10-13 at least. Derek Carr's still the leading passer, which is surprising, because I heard Spencer Rattler was the next coming of Touchdown Jesus. Oh, wait, it's Spencer Rattler.
The Rattler. They just kicked the field goal. They didn't do really too much. It was 13-7 anyway.
I know, but I'm just saying they're coming back, and they're right now 2nd and 6. They have the ball.
Green Bay got the ball.
Yep.
The A.T. Perry sighting with a drop.
It's a 3rd and 8 over there. Oh, you're watching, Ken. It's a 3rd and 8.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, like we talked about before, JB, I look at the stats machine, that comes out, and I might not be able to actually look at the game at the moment, but I can see it, right in front of me, like Strategio.
Right, but literally, Ukwu and Betts, they looked very good when they were in there. They made some key plays. Those sacks that they made were both on 3rd down, and that's huge. The rat attack is back. Yeah, he just got sacked. He just lost 5 more yards off his total yardage.
Where in the hell were you throwing that?
Well, it says to Mike Heath. Where was he at?
Isn't that
He,
Maliki?
he might as well have launched that into the stands. It was so far out of reach.
Oh Lord!
Oh, we had an
I thought he
equality.
was the better of the two, man.
He
I'm
was.
impressed.
That's the sad part.
We had
Right now, it looks like they're two flavors of the same ice cream.
did you guys hear what I said? We had an
What?
equanimous St. Brown catch in this game for 6 yards.
Wow.
Oh
EQ's
yeah,
almost worth something.
maybe.
It's almost worth that 1.9 million they paid him now.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I can't believe how butthurt he came on the St. Brown show and was
Yeah,
like,
when he said
well, the
you didn't.
Lions. I would if I was his brother. See, it was just because it was his brother. I'm sure his brother was thinking, because you ain't good like me, boy. You ain't good like me, bruh. You ain't good like me.
What's messed up is he's got a lot of talent and he's got a lot of the physical tools. He cannot put the shit together to save his life.
It's up here. That part.
Yeah, it's mentally. Yeah, he doesn't have that same mentality that his brother has. That's
Yep.
the
And,
thing.
and the younger brother, I think, is going to be faster than all of them.
He could be
Oh,
faster.
come on. Are you kidding me?
Oh no, what happened?
Big ass run. Couple of missed tackles, but there's a flag, so it's probably coming.
Penalty.
Yeah.
Denver.
Yep.
Offensive holding.
Well, that's a little better at least.
27-yard run too. Damn. Well, that's a typical preseason penalty.
Mm-hmm.
You run with 27 yards. Up flag because you were holding, you dummy.
Who did the big run?
Batty.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't see what the running back was for him.
Batty. T. Batty. And he just ran up the middle for 7 yards. Or to the Denver 7 for a yard. Sorry. My bad. Well, how is Oladapo? How is he playing?
Oladapo.
Yeah.
He's actually not been too bad. He's just been able to start practicing recently, so it's not like he's too far into the scheme. But
Yeah, because he had
doesn't
that
seem-
bad NFI injury, the arm.
Safety.
Mhm.
By
Yeah,
who? Who got the safety?
Zach Morton. Is it Zach Morton? I don't know. Z Morton. Of course Wilson got sacked because he's an idiot. He's too busy trying to look at all the damn Cougars out there.
some new guy that I have no idea who the hell he is.
Got his ass though.
Yep.
Toledo Zips. He was a former Lions player, UDFA last year.
No, Morton.
Yeah, Zach Morton from the Toledo Zips.
No, Morton, not Martin.
I said
We
Zach,
had Zach
Morton. We had a Zach Morton last year as a UDFA who didn't make the team and was on the practice squad. Toledo Zips. Look it up. He was one of the defensive runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year in the MAC.
No.
That wasn't he. He didn't make the
Hey,
damn.
he got us 2 points. I'll give it to him. He should. I never even heard of him up until this point.
From the Akron that's originally signed with the Detroit Lions.
Well, he didn't do shit here because I never heard of him.
No, I told you he got put on the practice squad. They poached him in the off season. I wanted him to do something. I wanted him to make the team because he made some plays in the preseason last year. He played for the Akron Zips. Yes.
Okay. I was gonna say he hasn't done much in camp because this is literally my first time hearing the guy's name.
I think you picked him up when that guy got injured last week, but I know you picked him up this offseason.
Well, looks like he got signed August the 7th.
Okay. Originally signed with the Detroit Lions as an undrafted free agent on May 12th, 2023, but was released on August 5th on cut day.
Nobody heard of his ass because he didn't do nothing.
He had 2 sacks for us last year. I didn't understand why we cut him.
Well, 2 sacks don't mean nothing. That's preseason sacks. He's got to make an impression, man. When you're a rookie, you got to make an impression, especially an undrafted free agent. You got to make an impression. That was probably one of the reasons why they cut him too, because he was undrafted free agent. I'm sure Green Bay will probably get rid of him too. He might be a camp body. That's probably what he was with the Lions last year. He just
Oh
got
yeah.
lucky.
There's no way in how he's making our roster with the defensive line that we have.
Yeah, I think that was the same case for us last year too. So
Yeah, he's at
we
the
just had
very
better.
he's at the very bottom of the depth chart there.
Yeah,
It's hey, we'll get you out there. We'll see. This probably gave him a couple more looks. Oh shit!
no landing zone and a free kick, huh? Oh
Yep.
shit!
Wow.
I want to see what that
Eric
looked
Wilson
like.
just had a hell of a run for about 15.
Nice.
Was it on the kick? 15 yards. Yep.
I was
Nice. End of the third.
See,
Fourth.
this is what I mean. I think Eric Wilson will be the number 3 with a shot at taking the number 2. It all depends on how Marshawn Lloyd looks when he comes back from injury.
Yeah, he hasn't played yet.
Well, no, he took like 1 or 2 snaps, and then I think it was his hamstring he injured.
Hey, Oladapo's playing in this game, and he had a tackle. There's your update.
There you go.
Yeah, he don't look bad. He just hasn't been able to play much because of being injured for the beginning.
So it sounds
Happy
like
Valley.
your third string O line doesn't sound much better than your second string O line.
The third string actually kind of looks a little better.
Do they really?
Yep, they've been giving Pratt a little bit of time to throw where Clifford wasn't having much time, and even Wilson wasn't getting running holes open for him, and he's been getting running holes the past couple of drives.
That's what, I like that guy.
Who, Wilson?
No, Oladapo.
Oh, yeah, I
He's
wouldn't
pretty
be
good at Oregon State.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up as the backup free safety.
So while you guys pay attention to the Packers game, I'm going to pay attention to the Saints game. That way we can keep updates on both games.
Yep.
I'm switching in between both of them, really.
Well, the Saints got the ball at New Orleans 41 right now at 1st and 10 with 3:25 left.
Oh, Moody missed a field goal, a 51-yard field goal. Oh.
Faith is better. Hasn't missed from over 50 yet in a game situation.
Missed an extra point, though. Can't be doing that.
Hey, I'll take 3 over 1 any day. We talked about this, Ken. If your guy can make every field goal, the extra points don't matter.
That's what was weird about Carlson last year, is he was making all these field goals all the way up until the one he missed in San Francisco. He was making it was the extra points he was missing, which just to me makes no sense. You know what that kick is? It's the same kick almost every single time.
Those are things that are telltale signs sometimes about kickers. I mean, Badgley missed one last year, but he was 7 for 7 on field goals.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to work hard. If you miss an extra point, you're making your team work harder because you're down an extra point. So you got to work harder to get down there to score.
Yes,
That's
Michael Marsh. It is 66 yards. That's the record.
Yep, Justin Tucker.
I know in his joint practice the other day, he broke it and hit a 67-yarder that cleared the crossbar.
That's nuts.
Oh, that's nothing. Bates hit a 70 at a practice
Right.
and cleared the bar about like by that much,
By
but he
like
kicked that
almost a
motherfucker
football.
outside too. Yeah.
Outside by a football.
Yep.
That's a first.
Can't wait to just see
Yeah,
the starters at
the third string offense is actually moving up the field.
There you go.
The passing, running, it's all working right now. The second string offense looked terrible.
Denver
Well,
44 now.
so far they had one play for no gain. Oh, that's because it got moved forward on them jumping offside, the 5-yard variety. And now they are at 3rd and 7 on the 44.
44. Yep.
Oh God, here they go with that gobbling fest of talking about Sean Payton.
Yeah. Hey, I will say I do like Sean Payton. He's that type of abrasive asshole that hey, it's gonna be my way. I'm better than you. I'm gonna show you. And most of the time he does.
Not really.
Jake Maynard is in the
He's
game.
got Drew Brees. He does.
I was gonna say
He
Bo
got
Nix,
Russell Wilson.
Bo
Or
Nix
Bo
might be a
Nix.
hell of a lot better.
It might be.
I was gonna say Russell Wilson, I think's done.
I don't know. Hey, A.T. Perry is now 1 for 2 on target with a 9-yard catch, and that came from.
Oh, come on, there's another flag. Don't tell me
Hey,
it's
Ted,
another
yeah,
flag.
It's against Denver.
there was a time when me and my
Defensive
buddy
offside.
would sit and watch football games, and the Lions were getting so many penalties in those days. We started going, oh, there's a flag on the play.
All right. They're moving,
Yeah.
they're moving the ball pretty well.
It was funny that men were dropping handkerchiefs. I was like, they used
Yeah,
to be
Corey,
how
I'm
girls
with you,
picked up
Corey.
men back in the day. Who came up with that rule that the ref has to throw a handkerchief on the ground?
Yeah.
A little suspect to me. Because that used to be how women would attract a man. They'd walk by and drop their kerchief in the old days.
Well, referees are suspect anyway, especially NFL referees.
Especially Clete Blakeman and his love affair with Aaron Rodgers.
2 yards. Merriweather.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Hey,
That's
Aaron Rodgers would make sure he would go up and bullshit with every single referee.
Yep.
There's a reason for that shit.
He would walk up
Right.
to Blakeman and said, just remember, as long as you keeps moving them sticks, I'm sucking your.
He might have done that anyway.
I know.
Damn.
I was going to say, you're talking to the wrong guy because when all those rumors came out, I said, I don't care if he does it to the entire team as long as he keeps winning the game. I said it a lot more graphic, though.
Yeah. So they got the first down, and then they hold on the first play right before the quarter ended. And it's 1st and 20 for the Saints at the 49 now.
The Aints.
They ain't
So what are they
gonna
going to do? Are they going to go for it? 4th and 5.
All I know is that when Danica Patrick said to Aaron,
well, Joseph's going to lose this damn job. I can see this right now.
hey, Aaron, do
kick
you
a
want to try
47-yard
and he quick dialed Clete Blakeman.
Can't kick a 47-yard field goal? Damn.
I thought you never
Really?
had.
And they got Joseph trying it.
I mean, think about all the beautiful women that Aaron Rodgers have dated to end up with that witch named Blue. I figured it out. Because you notice he didn't date any of those beautiful women until after he won the Super Bowl. He promised them a ring and never delivered after that.
I mean, I don't blame him. He's been the highest paid quarterback multiple times. Would you want to split that with anybody?
That's what a prenup's for.
I still don't trust it. There's ways they can wiggle around it.
Some of it. I just like being able to bust Aaron Rodgers' balls. It's funny. Speaking of which, it's been 607 days since he completed
Thank you.
a pass to someone other than Kirby Joseph.
I was waiting for that.
Just got to keep that count going, you know.
If Aaron Rodgers gets broken again this year, do you think he retires?
He probably will have to. I got the over under at 8 games. You notice they let him trot out once this preseason. Motherfucker, you're staying right there. You're at least going to get through a quarter.
What I love, you see how they completely revamped their offensive line, spent all that money to do it. You guys could have just replaced the field and you would have done the same thing.
Amen.
Well, on top of that, look at it like this. This is the difference between Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady's a leader. He wants to win games. That's his whole intent. He don't give a fuck about getting paid. He don't give nothing about that. He wants to win games, get to the Super Bowl. When he got to Tampa Bay, what's the first thing he changed on the Tampa Bay? The offensive line. He said, I'm not dealing with this fucking offensive line you guys got. You better go get some offensive line because I'm not going to be eating grass back there. Hell no. He took it upon himself to do that. He said, if I got to take another pay cut, you are getting some damn offensive lineman on this team. That's when they got Trist. Worth.
The problem with Rodgers is he's so used to he was able to make up for it with his mobility and avoiding the pass rushers that he was thinking, I can do the same thing here with the Jets, not realizing that for most of his career in Green Bay at the end, he had great offensive line, so didn't have to do it too much.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
offensive line matters.
Security blanket.
Offensive line matters. That's why I appreciate ours because it matters. It definitely freaking matters.
Oh, you guys did something good?
Yeah, we just sacked Zach Wilson. Allen got him.
That's a given that's going to happen because Zach Wilson isn't that good.
Well, your guy just made a play, Jeremy.
Zach Morton?
No, Esteem.
Oh, Audric.
Oh, that was Ken. Yeah.
No, for me, Audric Esteem was the worst choice for a running back in this draft.
There was no running backs in this draft.
I know. He went to Notre Dame. That tells you all you needed to know.
Hey, Marshawn Lloyd might actually be something.
Who?
Marshawn Lloyd. He was the USC running back.
I'm not going to knock him. He's all right. But compared to some of the running backs that came out in the last 5 drafts, this is by far the worst running back draft.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to argue that point. I just think Marshawn Lloyd's going to be pretty decent.
When did Jonathan, what's his name? Jonathan, when did he get drafted? Did he get drafted like in the 3rd round?
He got drafted in the 2nd round by the Carolina Panthers as an already out for the season with a knee injury.
Yeah.
He re-injured that knee. He came back too soon.
And Blake Corum, when did he get drafted? Like that was a 3rd round or 4th round, wasn't it?
Yeah, 3rd or 4th round. He went to LA.
I know he went to LA.
I think he's hurt too.
Blake Corum's all right. Let's pull up his info. He's okay. Is he even running that? Didn't even have any rushing attempts.
So one of these guys that do
Holy shit!
Instagram posts about the Vikings just said, "I just got it from a reliable source that Tom Brady's interested in playing for the Vikings." I was like, "Dude, do you not understand what his announcing contract was? Once he announces his retirement, if he goes back into football, he has to repay that entire bonus he got up front."
Mhm.
I was like, "Jesus Christ, he's reading an article on Fansided." I think that's the second worst place to get your sources than the NFC North troll one on Twitter.
Oh, it's kind of like the Pittsburgh guy that I was talking to about his reliable. I got a reliable source that the trade is already done between Ayuk and he's here.
Right.
That was a week. That was a week. A week. What was it? A week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I said to him, and I pinned that motherfucking message to him. I said, "Hey, how's that Ayuk guy doing for you? You big dummy! Stop talking about you got some kind of man. If you don't get out of here with that dumb stuff, man." Come by, he got some sources. I got a source that says, I got a source that says you're stupid as hell too.
I love it when
How about that?
those guys in the chat say, "Well, from sources that I've got, the Lions are going after this place." And I look at them, I go, "Well, here, let me check." I look at the quote sheet. Nope, it ain't happening.
You tell me about your sources. You ain't got no damn sources.
Everybody's like, "Well, the Lions might trade for a wide receiver." That isn't what they said. They said if nobody steps up, they might be looking for another wide receiver, was the exact word. Is that not what they said, B?
Right.
So that means they could be looking at free agency, not trading for some people. All these people go, "Oh, look, we might get Ayuk."
And they might not, like Robert Woods has been coming up in the conversation a lot too. And they might not even have to trade for him because Houston might release him. You got to understand, these teams are going to release people.
Right.
Mhm.
So,
And if they're going to be
you know,
releasing people, the other one I want is the other guy, John Mechie. I'd rather have John Mechie than Robert Woods. Robert Woods is old and injury prone.
but also Robert Woods has a good chemistry with Goff because he spent some time with Goff. Remember that. He don't drop passes like Josh Reynolds does. We don't need him to be a starting wide receiver. We just need him to fill a spot, be depth. I'd rather have a veteran depth presence than have somebody that I
I
don't know.
just I get irritated that everybody's so amped up to trade draft capital away. They would
And
draft
the Lions aren't going to trade nothing for
and
nothing.
we
I mean, I'd love to have Hassan Reddick too, but I'm not. They're not going to trade for him and take on that contract. They're just not. That's not
right.
how the Lions are working. So
Yeah, I don't see the Riddick leaving the Jets.
yeah,
All right,
I think
here to go to my other sponsor. This is another one that B loves. Brandon
it's
Service,
right.
right at the corner of Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road, 602 Atherton Road. Where? In Flint, Michigan. Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Used tires starting at $40 and up, and new tires. Call to get your quote. 810-233-8230. Talk to George, Red, or myself. And mention this ad, you will get $10 off your set of tires.
There you go.
It's funny. I
Oh,
can see Ken trying not to pay attention, and he hears that line, and he's sitting there looking at TV, and you see him go,
I love it.
yeah. Where the water is shit, but the tires are great. Love that. Oh, who fumbled? Don't fumble. Okay.
"They got it back."
Yeah.
Which one are you watching right now?
Green Bay and Denver.
I was gonna say it wasn't a fumble. It was just he got piled. Oh no, yeah, ground caused it. So it
Oh,
wasn't.
yeah. It did pull back real fast after it said that. It went, nope. 4th and 1, though.
I'm just surprised that Jordan Mims is the leading rusher for the Saints right now. Get out of Fresno State.
Well, it is, Preseason.
Yeah, screw it, go for it. It's preseason.
He caught a pass, too, didn't he? Well, that was just in. Oh, Chris Olave played in that game.
Oh, the running back got tackled by getting hit full force. The guy's helmet right in his nuts.
Ouch.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't care
Oh,
if you got a cup on or not. That hurt. Thrilla, let me ask you a certain question. Do you hang with brothers sometimes? You got that swagger. Maybe I'm wrong.
Say what?
Thrilla, let me ask you a question. Do you hang with the brothers sometimes? Because you got that swagger. LOL. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, I grew up in a D. That's my I grew up in Detroit, so I went
Hey,
to Detroit high schools.
Mike Marsh, can I inform you about betting odds? The Lions have been the best team against the spread for 4 straight years. They have won 85% of their bets against the spread. So, no, I'm not making my sponsor do that.
Yeah. What happens if they win like 14 games? You're gonna have a real mad sponsor.
No, I mean, yeah, they average winning 14 games a year against the spread. I lived all over the place. I blend well with everybody. I can do the swagger if I want to, but you know what? I prefer to be me. I just, this is the voice I decided I'm going to have.
So what are
And
you saying? I'm not being me. I'm being
oh, no,
me. That's where I grew up at. That's all there is to it.
no,
I grew up in
you
the
got me
hood. That's all there is
right.
to it.
I started out in the hood, but I was only there my first 7 years. That's the
Yeah,
difference.
I was in and out of hood, but you know, I
It,
grew up
it,
there. I grew up
it didn't stick
in
with me.
Detroit, so I grew up there.
Heck, if you look at
Yeah.
September 5th, 1975, the front page of the Metro section of the Flint Journal, there's a picture of me walking in with my dad with his bell bottoms and tab collars. And
Bell bottoms.
they literally interviewed me and asked me about if I had any other brothers or sisters. I said, yeah, I got a sister. Her's little. She's at home. That's how I said it. I was 5. I was 4, turning 5, no less. Oh no, I'm not explaining. I'm not explaining nothing. I'm explaining me. I'm me. I just am who I am. I'm a little bit of
Yeah.
everything all rolled into one.
Everybody is. Yeah. Everybody is that person. Yeah. Be who you are.
The best the best thing that ever happened to me though is I worked in a place in Franklin, Tennessee called Best Way Rent to Own. And we had the whitest white guy as a manager there I've ever seen. I swear if you backed him up and put his butt against the wall, you'd pull a brick down. But we're riding in the car and he pops in a tape. Let me know if you heard this. And I'm singing along going, I'm Bushwick, aka Chuck, 4'8", and I don't give a fuck. You know, and he's like, holy shit, you know Bushwick, Bill?
You set yourself up for that one.
I was like, dude, I'm from Flint. I've heard everything.
There you go, right there. That was me as a tyke. See, I got
Nice.
them collars and that
Yeah,
bell bottom and
yeah,
them. I don't know what kind of shoes the hell those are, but whatever. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I was in that same boat with you, JB.
Mm-hmm.
Glad
They,
I grew up in the '90s.
they gave me The best
Yeah,
nickname I've ever had
you had a way better
from a
fashion
brother.
statement in the '90s. And
He looked at
that was a
me
good
and
time to be a young adult in the '90s, though. I was, that's when I was in my 20s. So
the fact you rapped along like Bush with Bushwick Bill, that made you the greatest little niglet ever. And I looked at him, I goes, Niglet, I ain't never heard that. He goes, that's because you don't act so white, I hate you, and you don't act so black, I want to kill you.
Bush
I'm like, okay, I can live with that. And that's when I realized that was a great little nickname. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know if you're in the mitten part. A mitten's a big part of the Michigan.
Yeah,
There
you know what?
there are some rednecks in this damn state. Trust me.
Oh, trust me, I work with one.
Yeah. So they're mostly up north, though.
Yeah, you get past Montrose, you run into a lot of them
Yeah.
in the country parts. In the cities, they ain't got a choice.
Yeah. Like if it's Lansing or Grand Rapids, you might have some people up
Bay
there with
City,
swag.
Saginaw.
Yeah. So, whatever is a city, but in between all that, though, you got some real country motherfuckers that live there,
Got some stupid
chewing gum
country.
and everything. Oh,
I say stupid country fuckers.
yeah. Might run into a couple Michigan militia people too.
You
Don't
That's
know,
always
the
fun.
city of Burt.
I do live in quite the redneck area in New York.
Well, I can tell you don't have the
Well,
typical.
you said you're outside Buffalo, right?
I'm about 2.5 hours away from Buffalo.
That makes you about 12 and a
That
half
counts.
Green Bay.
That counts.
Would you say, JB?
That makes you about 12 and a half hours from Green Bay.
13.
There you go.
Hey, for a guess off the top of my head, that wasn't bad.
I'll give it to you.
Of course, I lived in suburban areas. I went to a
Oh
high
shit! I live
school.
out here now. I live right there now, Corey. I live on 23 Mile in Gratiot, Chesterfield.
Nice.
Yeah,
DC.
I've advanced.
Broncos.
When you get older, you move away from cities. It's when you're younger, you stay in the city. You know.
That's why I live in Burton, not Flint. There's a reason for that. Burton, it becomes a little bit more of a close knit community. I'm on the Bentley side, which means I'm further from Flint than like the Bendel or Atherton side. The next city to me is Davison, which really isn't a city either.
Yeah, my boy lives in Burton. I think he lives closer to the Flint side, though.
Probably over there by Bendel,
Yeah, I think
outside
that's where
towards
he's
Grand
at.
Lake.
Mm-hmm.
Packers and Broncos is now 2-27.
Oof.
And it's 16-10, 49ers over the Saints right now.
Yep. They got another field goal.
Somebody was clowning. I forgot who it was. I was reading a Facebook post, and somebody was clowning the Green Bay Packers. It was a Bronco fan, by the way. And they were like, yeah, when we play this preseason game, we're going to whoop your ass. I want to buy. I wanted to know the next numbers from this dude because I don't know how the hell he didn't ever going to whoop their ass like this. Because I was the one. I was laughing at him too. I was like, yeah, right. They ain't going to beat Green Bay even in a preseason game.
Oh, dude, they kicked our ass in the joint practice, too.
And Corey replies, "Oh, okay, yeah, I got kicked out of Detroit Public Schools. That's why I had to go way out to Anchor Bay High School."
Well, no, I came out here, Corey, when I was older. I never got kicked out of the public schools. It was just that like I said, when you get older, you move away from the city because you get less tolerable of people in general. So you kind of want to stay away from that crap.
Mike Bird says I live in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin. I have to drive 2 hours to
2 hours to find Chick-fil-A.
Oh, so you're way up there in Cheesehead country.
Hey, you're progressive, though, if you're looking for a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. The fact he knows what a Chick-fil-A is, that's progressive.
Right. Yeah, you ain't one of those regular redneck people. You know what a Chick-fil-A is.
I like giving Mike Marsh a little shit. He gives it back too, and it's all good.
Well,
He's
what's a
like,
Chick-fil-A? Oh, you mean when you fillet a chicken? I'm gonna go out back right now and cut a head off. I'll be right back. No,
I just wondered
Chick-fil-A.
if it's cleaned enough, could you use a wood chipper to make puree for any type of meat you want?
Um, you'd have to debone the chicken first, but maybe.
Four and
I
a half.
wouldn't want to be the guy testing
Yeah,
the food coming out of it, though.
that's
No,
how Mom makes her jelly.
I just figured somebody in the country out there in the middle of nowhere might know that answer. You know what I mean? They don't have that highfalutin technology in their kitchens.
Damn, 4.5 hours of Popeyes. You know that's messed up.
Shit. I got a Popeyes like maybe 10 minutes away from me.
He ain't living lying. I live in Duluth, Minnesota, but Wisconsin, it ain't Milwaukee or maybe Little Racine. Nobody I know knows about it. They on Facebook tagging Dorn and talking shit to him.
Oh Lord. If there's anybody that deserves it the most, it's him.
Him and Paul Merkel. I swear, them two. Dorn's doing it to troll. Paul Merkel actually believes the shit he posts,
Yep.
which is why I call him Dorn Jr.
I hate seeing it. Every time I look at my damn timeline or I'm looking at my Facebook page, I hit his NFC North and then this stupid Chicago thing. I'm there. Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to be 17-0. I said it's got to be Merkel.
Yep.
Yeah, he said last year when Justin Fields threw his first touchdown pass in the preseason, season, NFL MVP season coming up. Remember that?
Yeah.
He's saying that now, and Caleb Williams hasn't even thrown a touchdown pass yet.
Yep. Yeah, I had to get out of there a little while because I had to get out of there for a little while because the stupidity was just starting to
Irritate.
engulf me. Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, damn, you some dumbass fans, man. I mean, I understand you want to talk shit, but back it up with something. You just throwing shit in there into the wind, you know?
There
For
was
a
a
wood
Bears,
chipper.
and he goes, "There's two teams in our division have no room to talk. They've never had a championship, and that's the Vikings." I was like, "I'm waiting." As soon as he says it, I know he's wrong. And the Lions, I think, and you're a liar. They've had
And you're a dumb Bears fan. How about that?
all I can say to them is, "Relax, Matthew."
Oh, Michael, you got chicken and ducks, huh? Hey, you live in a rural area, yeah. Chicken and ducks.
Well,
Well, you don't have to go to Chick-fil-A then.
Ken, tell
You got
everybody
dinner there.
Ken, tell everybody about your show in the morning.
Well, we got our weekday morning show, Ken and Ken in the morning, every day at 10 a.m. Central. Then we got the Frozen Tundra Network, Mondays and Friday nights at 7 Central. And then there's even the Red Zone Rant Sunday at 10 a.m. Central. And that one's usually always a nice, fun, loose show.
Free for
And
all.
once it gets to football season, we'll be doing game predictions, fantasy stuff.
Kind of like what we do on Wednesday night here.
Mhm.
All right. B, tell them about Nothing But the Smoke. I know you got a show coming up.
Yeah, I got nothing but the smoke. Right now, we're just doing Lion stuff through the preseason. And when the first before the first game shows, we're going to start doing first the Lions, but then the other 31 teams also, scores and stuff like that, talk about what's going on in the NFL. But that starts on we're doing it on Tuesdays now at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time with my co-host, Uncle Rumble.
Uncle
So
Rumble.
tune
That's
in.
Lions Rumble. He's great. Well, and you guys all know where you can find me. And we are now at 500 subs. Thank you very much. I will be doing the giveaway tomorrow. I'll have Leonard run the numbers for us so we can get you the who it is. Now, who knows? It might be 500, which means I got to give a Packer fan something for free. I think it's an FTP cup.
Yeah.
Just kidding, brother.
If he gets that, I could just see him right now. He's gonna be like, "Yeah, give me that damn FTP cup." D.
Hold on.
FTD.
Oh no! The next one is it'll be some Packer
Or fuck.
packing a lion.
By the way,
Yeah.
these designs that we did for F the Bears and FTP, they are available on Tumblrs for sale.
That was fancy. That one was fancy.
It was,
The
wasn't it?
Bears
I like
one
that
was so. The
Bears one was just kind of
the
blasé.
Packers one was fancy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's all jazzed up. We gotta get. I thought you were doing a Vikings one too.
Yeah, he hasn't made that one yet.
Ah,
But I want to say to everybody, try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. It's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love to everybody in the chat. Hello, Rodney. Good to see you, brother. I know you made it in late, but you made it. I'm proud. So far, the Lions are better than the Packers in preseason.
Ooh.
Couldn't help it.
Regular season needs to get here.
Couldn't help it. I had to go there.
If you want to fornicate with
No,
the
you can't
porcupines,
say it's fornicate the porcupine. The words are on the screen now.
right? FTP. That's all right. He's the man. He's the one that can.
I like that. He comes in.
You're right. He's like one of the rare Packer fans that I like. I don't like any Chicago fans. So
Yeah, Mike Marsh is good when he's been on here, but when he shaved his face, he looked like a totally different human being. He had a long, glorious Ken Catalone type of beard. And next thing I knew, it was gone. I was like, "Who the fuck are you?" I had to look at the name down there at the bottom of the screen. Going, "You're not Mike Marsh. Who are you?"
what's going on with Megan, by the way? I've seen her in the chat, but she ain't never coming back on or something.
Congratulations, James Burgess.
Good job, James.
I'm offended by that. LL.
That's a point.
Hey, he passed his test for the real estate stuff. Congratulations, James. That's awesome.
Those are hard tests too.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
know.
hard
You
tests.
showed me the marks on your arm and stuff, but that had to be an awfully high fire for it to fuck up your beard that bad.
Man,
Got into a fight with the grill.
You pulled the Tim the Toolman Taylor, tried to overhaul it and remove the regulator, turned it into a flamethrower.
You fought the grill and the grill won. That's all right. I've lost a couple of eyebrows fucking with the damn barbecues. It's okay. They grow back.
I know it does, James. I know you've been wanting to get this done, and I'm proud of you. Good job, brother.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good
you
job,
came
James.
here and said every time he popped in the show at night, man, I needed this study break. I'm going to get back at it. I'm going to get back at it. I'm going to get back at it. And
that's awesome, though.
The fact you passed, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, that's like I said, those are hard to
everyone.
I had a buddy that was doing that too.
I bought the grill and the grill won. Oh, but thank you, everyone.